to another episode of Project CMS. Before I get started, I want to say thanks to my friends Walt Wyman and Jared Sullivan out in Japan who helped me get these in here. They weren't quite overnighted from Japan, but they were here pretty quick. But this is an unboxing of bride seat rails that I'll be using on my new Recaro. I think they're Speeds or SPDs. I'll have to double check. But the reason I went with these, there's a set of seat rails and sliders already on the seats, but they are Recaro rails with wedge brackets. And currently, with the stock seats at the lowest setting, my head already sits against the ceiling. So these are extremely low. I think they're the lowest option you can get for a rail and slider for a seat in our car. So the boxes are pretty big considering how small the rails should be. Just a spot. So hopefully that means they're well protected. So there's that. Just slide them out of here. And that's the rail. You can see how thin it is. It's maybe just over an inch thick, maybe 1.5 inches. So that should be good. Just set this over here. See if there's anything else in the box. Mostly just cardboard for safety. Looks like the nut for the seatbelt bracket. Some directions that I probably can't read, but I'm assuming it's pretty straightforward. Oh, look, pictures. The universal language. So, got that. Doesn't look like there's any additional hardware. And that's it. Just some cardboard packing and a bolt and brackets. So, there's the rail. So it's bright on the side. They make these to order. They don't keep them in stock. And considering, I've been told it can take a couple months for it to get done, but they had it made within 7 days. And then I got it shipped out here. So, but yeah. Next, we're going to take apart the brackets early on here, and then we're going to get some weights and put them in the car. Alright, I've got the seat on its side right now because I want to show a comparison of the brackets. So below here, these are wedge brackets. They're for a 99 Mustang. So they may be a little bit taller than what they would have been for an all-track, but from what I've been reading, the wedge brackets are actually pretty tall either way. I've heard mixed reviews on quality. This is the Recaro brand slider that's in here, and it's not too bad, but what I'm going to show you, got the bride rail right here. The whole bracket, the slider, maybe about the same. Doesn't have this long extension that comes down and just mounts. I mean, it's only got less than ½ inch of a mounting area. So you can see it's going to save me some headroom. Hopefully I'll get some head clearance and not have to get rid of the sunroof, but that'll be the next step if this doesn't solve all the problems. But at the very least, hopefully it'll get my head off the roof. Alright, so now I've got the driver, passenger seat, and the replacement seat here. I want to get some weights before we get them installed so we can have an actual record. This scale here, it measures up to 75 pounds, and I've tested against a lot of high-end scales from different shippers and things, and it's been pretty dead on every time. I use it for business. I've been pretty happy with it. So we'll start with the passenger seat. I have the seats pushed forward to kind of center the weight. As you can see, they're actually still in pretty decent shape. I think using some crack repair and patching the bolster and then doing a slight re-dye, they'd be sufficient, but I want some better seats that are going to save me a little bit of weight. So there's the passenger seat. This has a hold feature. So that's 39 pounds and 3.8 ounces. So let's go ahead and call that 40. I like to round up if we can. So here's the driver's seat, which is known to be the heaviest. Balance that on there. So 10 pounds heavier, that's 49 pounds and 12.8 ounces, so we'll just round it up to 50. So 40 and 50 pounds for those two respectively. And here's the Recaro with the new rail. Let's see if I can balance it on there. It's so low that there's not a lot of room. There we go. $37.5 pounds, or 37 pounds, 5 ounces. So that saves us 3 pounds over the passenger seat and 13 pounds, almost 16 pounds total. So that's not a bad weight savings. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to get everything prepared, cleaned up, get these seats installed. Alright, so we have the seats installed now. It wasn't too bad. Seat belts set up, all lights work. I'll say this, it is a little harder to get into. I have to climb over the bolstering. Now, these are more supportive, quite a bit more bolstering than the stock seats. And the stock seats are really good. They're so comfortable and they have such good support that I know of some last gen Supra owners actually swapped those into their car. Out of all the Toyotas I've ever sat in from the factory in the US, that's one of the best seats I've ever sat in. But they're heavy, and of course mine are old, so it was time for this update. So that pretty much brings us to the end of the season, and I'm going to be putting the car up for winter because they salt so bad here that I really don't want to take it out until springtime comes. So make sure you like and comment and subscribe and stay tuned for next season. We got a whole lot more stuff going on for the car, and hopefully over the winter we'll be getting some parts in and putting some stuff on. So until then, happy holidays, and we'll see you soon.